Hi everyone, this is Christine from Mail Something Pretty, and today I wanted to show you how to make this, I'm calling it a stand-up window box card. I don't know if it has a certain name. It's not exactly a shadow box. I think a shadow box would have multiple layers, but it's kind of a fun. It just stands up. It's a cute little, see, it's like a little triangle card, and it's fun. And the great thing is it folds up right into an envelope, so you can mail it. And once you see how I do the fold, you're going to see it's really quite easy in one of those wow cards. You know, it's pretty impressive with not tons of work. So I wanted to show you how I did that. So what I'm going to use for this card, and you can use this template in you know, put whatever you want on it, though someone had showed me a different version that she saw someone and then she tweaked it, and then I tweaked it from her, and I'll show you what she gave me. But hers had the little bunny, it looks like Peter Rabbit. I think it's called Fable Friends. And then she had some grass, and it was Easter card, little Easter eggs. And then in this layer here, she put some grass and some flowers, and then she had some more layers. So hers was more of a shadow box. And it was kind of cool because I had the different layers. But I showed this to my club, and then I did it again for my team. But I just wanted to show them the construction of the card. So I made really my layers a little simpler, but just showing them the folds, and they really liked it. So I think you will too. Okay, so I'm using the Dragonfly Dreams stamp set, and this unfortunately is retiring, so it's only available until, well, they say until supplies run out, but hopefully it's available until June 1st of 2019. It also comes with coordinating thinlits. It's a set I use a lot, so I am kind of sad about this one retiring, although I'm always happy to see the new things. But like the framelits cut out the dragonfly, and there's bigger ones that stand alone, and a bumblebee, and it's a great one. So, and then they go all over the floor. And if you don't have one, you know, I suggest you might want to look into getting it before they are all gone, because I really like it. Okay, so we are going to start with, let's see, and I have notes. Actually, let me show you first what my friend Ellen, she saw this card, I think on Jennifer, I don't know if it's McCormick or something like that. And she changed it up a little bit. So she gave me this template, so you can kind of see, you know, it's the same. And I changed it up a little bit from her. So the measurements are similar, but she had this, and she was so sweet. She wrote everything down for me, so it made it really easy for me to copy. But I thought that this flap on hers really hid, you know, you had a window sheet here, but you really couldn't see too much. So I shortened it up by 1/2 inch. And then on the bottom, I thought it needed something, so I just put a little scallop edge on it. So that's what we do. You know, you see a card, you copy what you like, and I always say you tweak the rest. So, so this is what she gave me, and then I changed it up a little bit. So my measurements were slightly different, and so see my version. So hopefully if that's close up, you can see it. So the card base is 5.5 by 7 3/4, and I did mine on Pear Pizzazz. And then I scored it at, I'll do it, oh actually ignore these were for a different project. Get those rid of those so those don't confuse you. I scored it at 3/4 inch, 4 3/4, 5 3/4, and 7. So I'm gonna do that right now. Here's a little trick. There's score tool that comes with the score pad, has 2 different tips. So there's a thinner tip and a thicker tip. Decide which one you like the best. I tend to use the thinner one, and so I use a little paint marker. So you're not always constantly looking. So I know it's actually wearing off. I always look for my blue edge. All right, so 3/4, 4 3/4, 5 3/4, and 7. Sometimes they go out of the slot. Okay, so that's where we want to score it, okay? So I'll just put that up for one more time. I'll put them in the notes or the comment sections below the video as well. Okay, so that's that. And so what I already did, just so this video wasn't super long, is I already, so there are my score lines, and I already put that scalloped edge, and I just want to show you where I got it from. This is a mess, but this is a stamp, or The stamp set in the frame are carrying over, and this is one that I love. It's called Colorful Seasons, and then the seasonal layers, and you get tons of framelits. The one I used here was a scallop edge, and I actually have, I usually leave a little bit of washi tape on it because it's so big sometimes it moves, so I put it on the paper. So this was the one we just cut. So I would put it right here, and I just matched up. I put that on the edge, and I just kind of matched up with the edges of the bumps on with the edges of the paper, and I put that in my big shot. I taped that down to the platform, and I ran it through, and then I got the scalloped edge. Okay, I just thought make the video a little shorter. And then what I also did is I already did my embossing. So flip it over, and here's my embossing. And these are all my pieces. So I already, I used copper embossing powder. They also have gold and silver, black and white, and I forget what else. But I thought the copper looked kind of nice. And so I already did that. I have other videos and I'll do more on embossing, but again, I just wanted to keep it kind of quick. But what I did on this edge here is I used this piece, and I really just used kind of that part of it. Can you see? So I just used a little bit of the dots. All right, so now let's get into the construction of the card. I don't know if you can see that or not. Put that there in case you're writing it down. So we're going to use, let's see, we're actually going to fold it. Oh, and I left my, that's all right, my bone folder. I don't usually use it too much. I use my fingernail. I'm going to fold on the score lines. So this is what your fold looks like, okay? So you want this part to come in, and you know your scallop is going to go out. So what we're going to do is we're going to tape down, again, I already did the dragonflies. We're just going to tape that down. And this size paper, I have it on here, is 4 1/4 by 3 3/4. And I'm just going to put that up kind of close to the edge. You know, you won't see really there because that will be folded, and you won't see this bottom edge because that will be folded. So you could even make it a little shorter on your paper. And then we're going to put some tear and tape. When I do like 3D cards or boxes, I like to use tear and tape because it's stronger than regular snail. See, it just tears right there. So we're going to put a strip right there, and then a strip right along the folded edge of the scallop mark. Okay. All right, so there we go. So now we're going to put in a window sheet, or some people call them acetate. And I don't even know if you can see it because it's see-through. So this size is 5 1/2 by 4. So I've already cut it. And this part is important. You want to attach the window sheet to this part of the sticky strip first. During club, we were putting it up here first, and we discovered when you folded it closed, it had like a little buckle, so it wouldn't fit in the envelope. So we kind of played around with it, and we discovered, I don't know if I can get this off, we discovered if we put it on this side first, it worked. So what I'm going to actually do is put it against the paper so it's lined up, and I'm just going to close that. So you get a nice flat seal. So it opens up like that, okay? So then what I want to do is I'm going to fold that over and then fold that shut, and I'm going to take that off and fold it. So that way, look how flat that is. It's guaranteed it's going to fit in your envelope. So that was through trial and error. So that is, I'm going to do it this way though, because my right hand is a little bit more coordinated than my left. So we did have to play with it. So you were learning from our mistakes. So that is closed, then I'm going to close that. So again, it's nice and flat, and we know it's going to fit in the envelope. And then it pops up, so it stands up. So that is the construction of this, what was I calling it? The stand-up window card. Just named it. And so now we're just going to embellish it. We're going to put our dragonfly and our little label on there. So again, I already did that, but I'm going to trim it. So I actually did that a little bit longer. It was kind of easier to hold with a heat gun. So now I'm just going to trim it with scissors. And I know it looks funny to put this in now rather than first, but now I can put it in where I know I'm going to see it, because if I put it when I was putting in the paper, and if I put it down too low, then you can't see it. So hopefully that makes sense. So I'm going to tuck it in, right? Make sure it's lined up there. Okay, and that's from the same stamp set. Where is it? Enjoy your special day. And I've done some also, this one, to a wonderful friend. And then you just write your message on the back. And then the dragonfly here, and I did want to show you, I already colored one. I just wanted to show you how easy, because I thought I could have left it plain, but it needed a little, you know, dragonflies have some really nice color to them. So I just wanted to show you how fast I colored it. So I used, in these colors you wouldn't think match this card, but I thought they were kind of dragonfly-ish colors. So just a little Bermuda Bay, and I just like squiggle, just kind of apply it, no big deal. And then I just blotted it out there. And then a little purple. Go on top, nice and messy. Like, that's it. That's my coloring. Less than what, 10 seconds? And then you can either let it sit to dry, or you can just use a paper towel and blot it. And then it just gets the excess of it. So I thought it just, you know, it needed a little, and this was the aqua painter, it just needed a little color, right? Because it really just makes it pop. And then what I did was I just put it on with glue dots. But before, if you can see, I used a little copper trim. Again, right, dragonflies buzz all around and they have that little motion and stuff. So this one's almost empty, but it's just copper trim. So actually, before I take that off, I'm just going to take a glue dot and just put it right on my window sheet. And now I'm just going to take some of this. It's so fine, it might be hard to see. I'm just going to wrap it around my hands, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 times, and just cut it. So I have this little, you can see a little circle. And then I'm going to just attach it to that glue dot. And then I'm going to put 2 more glue dots just on my dragonfly. And I'm going to, let's see, I guess I want it to go this way. Oh, but that's going to block my words. So move it over a little bit. I just want it in, so for the envelope. There we go. So I just put it on just like that. So it has like that motion to it. And there it is. Super easy, or kind of easy. Just you need a some score mechanism, whether it be the score pad that I have or your trimmer. And then just score and just go in that order. So I will also kind of put the order of how I constructed it, but just watch the video again. You can see how I kind of have this one is my model. So you know, as long as you have your paper, put that in before you close it, fold it like that, and that's like the whole key to the whole card, and then it fits right in an envelope. So thank you for watching. Put that there for a second. I hope you liked it, and feel free to change up, you know, it'd be cute with zoo animals and fish and I don't know, all sorts of things. I'd love to see your ideas. Post your ideas on my website at mailsomethingpretty.com, or send me an email or somehow, but let me know what you think, and make your own, because I think you can change up everything. But as long as you have that construction, it stands up beautifully. I think this is going to be my Mother's Day card for my mom. So again, thank you for watching. This is Christine, Mail Something Pretty. Have a great day. Bye-bye.